In this video, we're going to cover contacts inside of Monolith. First thing we're going to do is go to the contacts page. So in the left-hand sidebar, I'm going to come under the people section and click on contacts. And what a contact is inside of Monolith is basically just somebody that's involved with the case. So this could be linked to an evidence item. So for example, if you have, a witness's phone, you could add that witness as a contact so that that evidence item, any evidence item from that contact stays linked to them as you move about in Monolith. And you can also add contacts to a case as well. So if, there's an attorney you're working on a case for, you could add them as an attorney for the case as well. So this is the main contacts page. So this is all the contacts that we currently have in our particular Monolith section. And some things to point out here. If you come over on the left-hand side and click on these little arrow icons, this is going to open up the flyout menu, and it's going to give you a little bit of information about that particular contact. Their contact information, title, address, all that kind of fun stuff. And then up here at the top, you'll also see the ability to edit the contact. And if you're a Monolith administrator, you'll also see the option to delete the contact as well. So if I click into one of these contacts here, let me click into Jack Johnson. So this is the contact details page. Over here on the left-hand side, again, you're just going to see all the information we have about that contact, including contact information, custom fields if you have any contact-related custom fields set up inside of your Monolith, and then also if there are any notes on the contact, you'll see that here as well. And here in the middle of the screen, there's a few things we can see. So the first thing we can see is cases. So this is all the cases that have this particular contact linked to it. So you can see it's added to a few cases here. Now, if I only wanted to look at the cases that myself as a user in Monolith is assigned to, I can also filter by that. So if we click on this option up here at the top, we can switch it to my cases. This particular contact is not assigned to any of the cases that I am on, so I'm going to change this back to all cases. But it's just a simple way to filter it so you can kind of simplify what you're looking at if you need to. The next section we have here is the evidence tab. And this is going to show any evidence items that are linked to this contact. So you can see this evidence item, this contact has a smartphone that's linked to this particular content, and you can see who it's assigned to and the status and progress as well. And then if we've done any acquisitions, you'll also be able to see those here. So if we click into the acquisitions tab here, you'll see a list of all the acquisitions for those particular evidence items as well. And up here at the top again, we can filter by all acquisitions or my acquisitions. So if I only wanted to see acquisitions that I've conducted, we can click this drop down and switch that as well. And just for context, so you have an idea kind of where contacts live throughout Monolith. So if I click into one of my other tabs here, so this you may recognize as the create evidence modal inside of Monolith. So when you go to create a new evidence item, here you'll see a field for linked contact. So here's where we can say, hey, this particular person, this particular evidence item is assigned to Jack. And that just means that this evidence item will stay assigned to him as we, move throughout the database. And then from the case view, so this is one of my example cases. You can see we have a few contacts here. So you can see we've got an attorney, a director, some just random other contacts here, contractor, employee, suspect. But they also can be associated to cases. They don't necessarily have to be linked to an evidence item. And again, it's just a way to kind of keep track of all the people who are involved in the case from your Monolith tenant. And that is kind of the overview of how contacts work inside of Monolith. Thanks for watching.